there, Michelle Visser, author of Sweet Maple, Backyard Sugar Making from Tap to Table, and owner of SoulyRested.com, where you will find a slew of information about anything you would like to know about being a backyard sugar maker. That's what I do here in New England, and it's a fascinating topic that I love talking and writing about it. But today I thought maybe you'd like to join me as I go get a glass of sap. Now, before you think I'm crazy for drinking tree sap, let me tell you about this amazing stuff. First of all, it is so much more delicious than water and so much more refreshing. It's a very cool drink. It is always cold, coming straight out of the tree, being filtered naturally. I mean, I'm talking like the best thing the nature can provide, in my opinion. And it has a really wonderfully subtle, sweet taste to it. Of course, it's subtly maple if it's coming out of a maple tree. But it's kind of, I guess if I had to compare it to something, I'd say it's kind of like taking refreshing, cold water from, a spring. I couldn't think of the word spring. Refreshingly cold spring water and adding just a little bit of stevia to it to sweeten it up. But it's, like I said, it's a maple flavor. It's very subtle. If you didn't know better, you might think it's just straight water, but it's so good. But because of that subtle sweetness to it, there's something I love to add to it that I'm going to show you in a second. But why don't you join me as I collect. We're collecting sap for the day. We have a few buckets that we haven't gathered from yet. Oh, I'm dealing with thorns here that I'm trying to not get jabbed by as I show you my bucket. Okay, so let's pop this up and see how much we have. All right, the sap has been flowing very lightly today. Let's see, I'm trying to see. There it is. Maybe you saw that in the camera. Just a few little drops. So not flowing strongly, so the bucket is pretty slim pickings, but I'm going to get a glass full. Look at that. Gorgeous, no? And so good for you. It is loaded with antioxidants, enzymes, anti-inflammatory things like phenolic compounds. I had actually never heard of phenolic compounds until I started researching for Sweet Maple and talking to experts and even chemists. It's amazing the properties that have been discovered in tree sap. I kid you not, there are actually compounds in tree sap that are, as far as we have discovered, nowhere else in all of nature. And I'm talking really good for you stuff. Those phenolic compounds, one of them is called cubicol. It's after Quebec. I don't know how you pronounce it, but they named it after Quebec, the scientists who discovered it. And the high level of phenolic compounds is amazing. Instead of taking an anti-inflammatory medicine like an aspirin or an ibuprofen, seriously, have a glass of tree sap. If you have a tree available to you to tap, go for it. If you only have one, I know often people ask me, Michelle, is there any reason to bother to just tap one tree? There's no way I'm going to have enough sap to make syrup, is there? Well, first of all, you might be surprised. You actually might get a jar or two of syrup out of it if you're able to save your sap and keep it cool until you have enough to boil. But even if you don't have enough to make syrup, you can enjoy this for 4 to 6 weeks every spring. Wonderful glasses of tree sap. Now, I told you I'd show you what I like to add to it. I love drinking it just like this. It's absolutely delicious. Nature sweetened water doesn't get any better than that. But I also like to add a slice of lemon. So I brought some out here with me. For this amount, 1 slice of lemon is more than enough. And now you have yourself some sapinade or some lemon sap water. Guys, it is so good. It's so good for you. So if you have the resources to do so, please tap a tree.